What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today what we have is the Black Ops 6 beta patch notes. These are all the changes that they've made for weekend 2. So if you find the video helpful or informative, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. But let's go ahead and let's get into it. So they said Friday, September 6th, welcome to weekend 2 of the Black Ops 6 beta. Before the open beta begins at 10 a.m., take a look below at what's to come. On behalf of the Treyarch team, thank you for the amazing weekend 1 of our multiplayer beta. We're grateful to everyone who played and shared their experiences with us. Your feedback is critical to shaping Black Ops 6. Many of the changes below are based on data and feedback from the weekend 1, but rest assured we are also taking this into account as we look ahead to the launch. We'll be sharing more about what's to come in the weeks after weekend 2 concludes. If you're joining us for the first time in the beta for weekend 2, welcome. We look forward to hearing about your experiences, especially with the new content coming in. In addition, more maps and modes coming throughout the weekend. We're raising the level cap to 30 for all players off the bat, which offers greater access to new weapons, score streaks, perks, equipment, and beta rewards. And if you guys don't know about all the content coming in, check out the last video that I posted. But let's go over the patch notes that we have. So first off, it says multiplayer weapons. The first thing that they changed is the weapon swap speed. They said we've seen the feedback about weapon swap speeds and we agree. We'll be reducing weapon drop times across the board for an overall increase to swap speeds. Players looking for an even quicker swap speed can try out the Fast Hand Strategist perk in the week 2 of the beta, but for ARs, SMGs, shotguns, LMGs, marksman rifles, pistols, and launchers, drop time reduced by 50 milliseconds. Sniper drops are reduced by 100 milliseconds. Now we go on to the movement speed because apparently they also changed that as well. We are making small adjustments to baseline movement speeds on all weapon classes to make sure they are sitting in a good position relative to one another. We have mostly focused on move speeds and ADS move speeds, which come into play during combat engagements. Overall, we are happy with the weapon class usage and performance we've seen in beta weekend 1, as well as the upper end of movement pacing offered by SMGs. So these adjustments keep SMGs the same and generally improve other classes. We are mindful of speeding the game up too much and will continue to monitor and assess game data and your feedback. And then they said the other notable change here is to melee sprint speeds. We want players to feel incentivized to pull out their dedicated melee weapon as a means of map traversal. We also want to ensure that melee users can catch up to other players who are sprinting with ranged weapons for those sneaky body shield and finishing moves. So they went ahead and created a chart to showcase all the details of the actual changes that they made. So the ARs, you see the ADS crouch speed has been increased, and then it tells you from the original number to the brand new number, and then it goes to movement speed increase, and they pretty much do that for all of them. I don't want to read every single one of them. The video will be way too long, but this is the chart, and this is what every single category ended up getting. But anyways, going on to the next thing that we have, to the actual weapon adjustments and the balances. So for the SMG adjustments, the Jackal PDW received a nerf, decreased the maximum damage from 29 to 26, decreased maximum damage range from 15.24 meters to 14.61 meters, decreased the near medium damage from 23 to 22, and decreased the near medium damage range from 22.86 to 17.78 meters, decreased the medium damage from 22 to 18, decreased medium damage range from 29.21 to 26.04 meters, decreased minimum damage from 19 to 15, small increase to view kick strength and view kick deviation. And then they also adjusted the CHF barrel headshot multiplier, improved from 1.2 to 1.4. The Jackal PDW's intended strength is best in class handling and decent mobility, balanced by a slower rate of fire compared to many other automatic weapons in the game. It was overperforming at medium ranges, so we've increased the damage fall off and pulled the ranges closer, along with a slight increase to recoil. Maximum damage and CHF barrel headshot multiplier have been adjusted to maintain the same hit to kill numbers while using the attachment. And then for the C9, increase medium damage range from 25.4 to 27.31 meters. We feel that the C9 is in a good spot as a well-rounded SMG with a solid rate of fire. It has a higher horizontal recoil compared to other SMGs, so we've given a boost to its medium damage fall-off range. And then the last weapon that got a change was the SWAT 556. Disabled the burst fire queuing, which was queuing an additional burst if the fire input was activated at any time during the previous burst or the burst cooldown. This is a minor change to improve control with the SWAT 556 and any future burst weapons. And then for the attachments, the rapid fire attachment now correctly displays its recoil penalty con. The attachment description has also been updated to indicate the trade-offs. Now for the maps, they said general, adjusted general spawn logic to enable additional valid spawns under certain scenarios, adjusted spawn logic across several maps with the goal of reducing a high frequency of spawn flipping. And they said our long-standing definition of a bad spawn is anytime a player deals or receives damage within 3 seconds of spawning. This is the cornerstone of building the spawn system and does not change regardless of map size or game mode. We use this metric among others to track bad spawn rates for Black Ops 6, meaning that if you dealt or received damage within 3 seconds in weekend 1 of the beta, we did see it. As an example, our core mosh pit entry with the highest bad spawn rate in weekend 1 was Domination on Skyline with a 4.2% rate, which means 4.2 out of every 100 spawns saw someone give or receive damage within that 3-second window. While we are generally happy with our averages, we know that an average also consists of worst cases and will continue to assess throughout the lifetime of this game. We also recognize that we each have our own definition of what a good spawn or bad spawn is, and that's not always just about combat situations. For example, did I spawn out too far on hardpoint, or why am I spawning on the same side of the map as the enemy team? The overarching spawn system and the placement of spawns in a map are critical to the flow of the match. It is our goal with Black Ops 6, and it has been with every prior Black Ops game, to have a predictable spawn system that results in head-on engagements with your opponents while providing ample time from respawn for decision making. This includes accounting for time before getting into an engagement before you're ready for it. For weekend 2 of our open beta, we've adjusted general spawn logic and have targeted multiple maps with additional tuning changes with the goal of improving predictability and time of engagement. We know we have some work to do and will continue to process our data, evaluate your feedback, and play the game with you all to draw our own conclusions on how to continue making positive progress. So they're doing a big overhaul for the spawns. Now they did some score streak changes. So the RCXD improved handling and general usability. For the Watchdog Helo, increased base health. The Hellstorm increased cluster bomb damage radius. For the equipment, lethal equipment, thermal grenade, reduced explosive ignition delay. For the movement, slight increase to the time to enter prone or supine during a slide, slight increase to all mantle speeds, slight decrease to time before movement is allowed after landing from a dive to prone, slight increase to dive to prone landing friction, progression weapon XP, increase awarded weapon XP, which will decrease the amount of time needed to gain weapon levels. The weapon XP speeds observed in weekend 1 were slower than expected. Daily challenges fixed an issue that was causing the daily challenge countdown timer to display the incorrect reset time. To give 50 eliminations with the recon perk specialty equipped daily challenge will now track progress correctly. General beta rewards earned in a match will now appear in the after action report. For the audio, increase player weapon firing audio volume, additional footstep audio adjustments, reduce audio levels for impact sounds when taking damage, resolved an issue where shotguns could play more than the intended number of hit impact sounds, resolved an issue where explosion sounds would not play during normal gameplay, resolved an issue where some sounds were not playing during the best play, and re-enabled a previously disabled audio occlusion system on the PS5. For the best play, they made adjustments to underlying best play logic, which will result in more varied and interesting best play selection. For the UI, improved stability throughout various menus of the HUD and addressed various localization issues. For the settings, users should no longer encounter issues when switching their ADS transition timing to instant when using keyboard and mouse. And for general, increase the duration of the lobby vote before matches to give players a better opportunity to participate in the vote when returning to the lobby after a completed match, and reduce the amount of camera motion in the dynamic death cam. For the stability, improved stability in Skyline, improved stability in the training course, and improved general server side stability. So I'm hoping that has to do with the packet loss, but this is everything that you need to know in regards to the changes that they have made for weekend 2. If anything else pops up or any new updates, I definitely got you guys covered with the video, but that's all they got for you guys in this one. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to hit that like and sub button. But it's been your boy Chizo, and hopefully I'll be seeing you guys again. Peace.